Hi guys, this is Ruthie with the Popple Backyard Farm, and I just wanted to shoot out a quick video to you guys about meal planning. Now Clay's on his way home, so I'm actually starting supper a little bit later, but this particular meal I wanted to be done right when he walked in the door. Sometimes I'll cook earlier in the day and kind of reheat up his food, but it all depends on what I'm making. Now if you saw the video that we did the other day about the haul, what I do on my end now is I'm going to try to make this food last as long as I can and not to be wasteful. Like, remember how our grandmas were like that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pork steaks that we got, which are cheaper meat, and I'm going to bread them. I'm going to put them in an egg bath, which we got an Australorp egg, and we have a couple Wyandotte Banny eggs that I'm going to use. So I'll dip the pork steak in the egg and then into the breading. And then I'm going to cut up the sweet potatoes. I'm going to make two. And what I'm going to do with the leftovers is, if Clay wants, he can take and have extra for work. Or I'll make a hash with eggs in the morning. And now I've made this one meal into two. And that's pretty much what I do. Like, for a meal, I usually make enough for that meal, and then I try to bleed it over into a lunch or breakfast for the next day. And sometimes I can even make a third meal out of it, depending on what I do. But I might be, well, I'm going to be talking to you guys some about meal planning and spreading your grocery bill, because we don't live like our grandparents did. We are really wasteful, and sometimes you got to remember that our parents went through the Depression, and they made us eat the last pea. And so a lot of times that second meal is better than the first one. It's just about being creative and thinking through what you're making. And it's always good to cook a little bit extra when you do cook. And I used to cook a mountain of food because I was used to cooking for my mom and dad and their big family. Although I didn't do a lot of cooking, but occasionally I did because I was one of the younger ones. So I didn't do a lot of cooking. By the time it was my turn, I was working, and I had older brothers and sisters that had came home, and they did some of the cooking at my family's house. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little segment. I just wanted to share with you some ideas about meal planning, and like and subscribe and let me know if you plan your meals for your family. Take care, and we'll see you in our next video, and I better get cooking.